Well, one of New York City's most celebrated outdoor events is back, and it's free. We love free. The 85th annual spring show of the Washington Square Outdoor Art Exhibit is in full swing. And with us this morning, one of the artists showcasing her work, Tracy Silva Barbosa. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
And you brought some of your paintings. They're gorgeous. Before we talk about these, let me ask you, this is not your first time coming to this art exhibit. Why come back? Why are you back this year? You're from Massachusetts.
Well, I lived in Brooklyn for a long time, and I started doing this show when I lived in New York. And it's been a wonderful way to meet people who like my work personally and directly. I like to call it kamikaze critique, where I'm just standing out there and you never know who's going to come and just love it or hate it.
And they're honest, I guess.
They're honest, and it's just amazing to meet people that will come forth and engage in such great conversations about my work out on the street. It's such an amazing city that way.
Tell us a little, for people who don't know, I mean, this started back in the 1930s, and it's kind of a crazy story of how it started.
It's hard to believe that some of the artists in the canon were once unknown, and the friends who were Jackson Pollock and Willem de Kooning got together one time and decided to have a show that was juried, and they set up in the park and sold their artwork that way, and that's how they met some of their collectors that brought them to where they are today.
And it still goes on. So for someone who hasn't come by, what can they expect when they come to this art exhibit?
You can expect all sorts of artwork. There's paintings, there's sculptures with stone and wood, there's printmaking, photography, jewelry. There's just the whole gamut, and there are artists from all over this area.
Tell us about the two pieces that you brought in. So vibrant.
Thank you. My work is a concentration on the intersection between nature and urban life. And I've been inspired by this subject matter for a long time now. And typically my work entails landscapes of New York that are intertwined with flora and fauna that may belong or may not belong. And this is a diptych I created after I heard the story about the red hook maraschino bees. There are these this bee colony in Red Hook, Brooklyn, that started foraging from one of the factories, the maraschino cherry factories there. And I thought that that was such a beautiful New York story of how nature and city intersect.
And you can, especially in this painting here, you have the birds and you can see the buildings in the background.
This is a factory building with gold leaf reflecting into the windows. So there's a lot of different layers in the work that kind of give it the glow that you see there.
And you said, even though you live in Massachusetts now, you always come back to this art show. Tell me why.
I do. I still consider myself a New Yorker. I live in Massachusetts, but I do all of my art sales here. I have a gallery on the Upper West Side, Susan Ely Fine Art, and I just have such wonderful support here. People in New York love art. They believe in hard work and the success that comes from that, and I really find my people here, so I come back all the time.
Well, thank you so much for coming here this morning and bringing some of your work. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And to see more of Tracy's work and other artists, you can head to the show. It's taking place today and tomorrow from noon to 6 p.m. at University Place, starting on East 13th Street and continuing south to Waverly Place and the corner of Washington Square Park.